everybody. This is Keith Gleason, host of Indie Comics Relay, creator of the Mighty Mascots, and promoter for the Plastic City Comic Con. And I'm here with May's Indie Comic recommendations. Before I get into that, just a reminder, Mighty Mascots number 10 triple size anniversary issue still available on In Demand. I will be getting the books very soon. They shipped recently, so we should have them, and fulfillment will probably start in the next couple of weeks. I still got to get a couple little items that I need, and then I can start putting orders together and shipping it out to you guys. So yeah, so keep a lookout for updates on this. This will be happening very soon. Also, Plastic City Comic Con happening August 23rd. Our guest list is packed with people. We just added Rick Parker from the Beavis and Butthead comics. We got Dan Larson coming from Secret Galaxy YouTube channel, and Philip Kennedy Johnson, our big writing guest this year. So along with a lot of cool wrestlers and just a lot of cool, solid creators just for $10. It's a big show. And we are sold out of tables now, so it's awesome. And look at this guest list; it's huge. So check that out if you're in Central Mass. It's one of the best shows in the area, and it's hard focused on comics. So check that out. All right, so I've been doing these videos for a while now. In case you're new to the channel, I sit down every month. At the beginning of the month to do my DCBS comic order, because I do all my orders online. And I thought, why not highlight some of the awesome indie books that I'm seeing on the catalog? A lot of this is stuff that looks appealing to me. It's not every indie book that's out there. It's usually a number one, but it's not everything that's out there. It's stuff that looks good to me, and I think I would like to recommend it to you for why it appeals to me, so that kind of thing. But yeah, we got a good batch of books this month. So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, so our first one this month is The Voice Said Kill. Now, this is by Image Comics. I believe this is a 4-issue miniseries with extra long issues, extra packed with comics, which is very cool. So it's a $5 cover price, but you're going to get extra pages on this, and it sounds like they're billing it as Fargo meets Deliverance, and it's set in like the swamps of Louisiana, and it's got all these crazy characters that kind of come together in this like story. The cover looked cool. I thought that caught my attention. I've never read anything by Vanessa Del Rey or Cy Spurrier, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this is and checking out these creators. And it looks cool. It's like four issues, and this is my kind of story. This looked pretty cool to me. So if you wanted to check it out, I don't know if you get your stuff through Diamond, but this is the Diamond code that you could give your retailer. Most retailers are either still using Diamond or Penguin Random House or Lunar at this point. But if you tell them that you want this book, add it to your pull list. It also helps your retailer decide if there is interest in the title, and also, just helps overall, letting people know what you want, All right, so that's a Diamond code. Moving on to our second book. This is Planet Death, 1 of 4. Now, this is by Bad Idea Corporation, and this is an interesting one. It's a 4-issue miniseries. So the story is by the creator of the John Wick franchise, which his name is Derek Kolstad. He conceived this story, and they brought in Robert Venditti to adapt it into comic form. And then they also have a couple of great artists here, Tomas Giorello and Dave Stewart, to roughen out the edges. And I've been seeing Bad Idea advertise this book for a while. Like, I'm on their newsletter and things like that. The one thing I was surprised about is to see them in Diamond, because they were previously not distributed through Diamond. I'm glad they are, because I have a hard time finding these books, and I love their books. And they make them a little tough to find, because you have to have certain stores have to order them. And the only one that orders them in my area is at least an hour away. So, I have to make special trips just to get my Bad Idea books. This looks really cool. It looks like it's a about a group of space marines that have to go to this planet, and of course the planet is death, basically. And it comes down to one soldier having to fight and cross enemy lines, that kind of thing. But basically, look at the artwork, it looks fantastic. So yeah, I can't wait. This looks really good. 4 issues. Bad idea. It's a little pricey. It's $5.99. I gotta admit, they do put the books on a nice top of the line paper, like hard, nice cardstock covers, nice thick glossy pages. So you are getting your money's worth with the money here. So, or with the comic that they're offering, I should say. So yeah, if you want to order Planet Death, this is the diamond code. You give your retailer, tell them ICR recommended it. All right, moving on to our next book. It's Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rites of Spring. Now, this is a sequel to the hit series Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees last year, which was a 6-issue miniseries by Patrick Horvath. This is put out by IDW. It does not say how long this is. I'm going to guess it's another 6-issue series. If you're a fan of Dexter, I think you would love this book because that's what the first series reminded me of so much. And the fun thing about it is it's like a storybook, and as you can see from the art, it's got this nice watercolor storybook kind of look to it. And then you balance that with the death and the serial killings and all that stuff, and it becomes like this genre mashup of things that shouldn't go together, but they work really well in this book. So I'm looking forward to this. This is actually I missed out originally on the first miniseries because I didn't know what it was, and then I started hearing about it after the fact, and then I bought the singles. Like they reprinted it like 10 times. I bought all the singles and read it and loved it. Amy read it, she loved it too, so I'm excited for another one coming out. And it sounds like this one's going to be an interesting take on, it takes place 10 years later, and it's dealing with how now there's the internet and technology, and it's harder to hide your killings and your bloodlust from prying eyes, basically. And I love that take. So I'm looking forward to this. So if you want to order Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, this is the diamond code. Take that to your retailer and let them know you want this series. All right, moving on. We got 3 more quick stops. Number 3, number 1. Now this is a anthology series by Kevin Smith of the View Askew universe and Jay and Silent Bob. I'm sure you know who that is. And this is an anthology series set within his universe. This is the 3rd mini series, and it looks like this series is going to be about tied back to Chasing Amy, and it's also going to be what you're reading here is going to be the comic book that Holden wanted to make after him and Banky broke up at the end of Chasing Amy. He wanted to do more personal books, and it's probably going to be the comic Chasing Amy, I think. So usually these quick stops are about 4 issues. It's like a 4-issue mini. And so yeah, if you're a fan of View Askew, your mileage may vary with Kevin Smith. I personally still love him. Loved all his old movies. I was a big fan. So I've been enjoying these quick stop comics. They've been pretty good. So I would recommend it to you guys. So I'm going to guess it's 4 issues. It's put out by Dark Horse. The artist on this is John Sprengelmeyer, which I think might have done some of the earlier Quick Stops issues. But here is the diamond code if you want to order this from your retailer. Let them know that you want this. I'm sure some retailers will have this in stock because Kevin Smith's still a pretty good name for comics and things like that. So yeah, so check that out. All right, 2 more left. Next one is Knives, a criminal book, hardcover. Now, this is by Image Comics. This is written by Ed Brubaker and artwork by Sean Phillips. And if you are not familiar with these 2 guys, they are probably my favorite creative team in comics. They have been for the last, God, they must be working together now at least 20 years. at least. I think I have just about everything they did worked on in single issues, which is crazy. And this is a brand new original graphic novel, which is what they've pivoted to in recent years. They don't quite release regular comics anymore. They just release original graphic novels, and it seems to be working out well for them. And I like it because every book that they release, they usually comes with a book plate signed and things like that. So I'm always on board for this. And I have every criminal issue as far as I'm aware. And this is a criminal storyline with 3 different storylines that kind of converge together. And it is got some of the, like Tracy Lawless, which is one of the main characters from the criminal stories, is in it. And it also involves a cartoonist trying to sell his comic strip to TV. So I imagine that has a little more autobiographical references, because I know this is becoming a Amazon Prime series. I can't wait for that. So if you're a fan of Ed Brubaker, if you ever read anything by him, this gets a high recommendation. It's such a good book. If you love crime, if you love noir, you should definitely check out this graphic novel. It's a little pricey. It's going to be $30, but you are going to get, a brand new story that's probably going to be at least a couple hundred pages. So, and Sean Phillips' artwork is beautiful. Hopefully his son Jacob is doing some of the coloring, and it's a masterpiece. Highly recommend. All right, so moving on, our last book here is Sisterhood. Now, this is a one-shot that ties back to Ghost Machine's Hyde Street, which is a horror series for Ghost Machine. Now, Hyde Street is about like a purgatory kind of place where there's all these weird characters, horrific characters, and they've been introducing them not only in the regular book every month, but they've also been doing these side one shots to I guess add more characters quickly. Because I remember they did issue 1 came out, and then immediately there was a one shot. So it was kind of weird that they did that. But now I see kind of what the pattern is, and they're trying to, because there's so many characters on this Hyde Street that they want to probably give you the whole cast like within the first year of the book. So this one is a character called Sisterhood. So it's also a first appearance if you're into the collecting side of comics. And it looks like a very cool, like Madame Xanadu kind of character, like fortune telling, psychic kind of character, So I've never heard of these creators, Maytel Jut and Layla Lees, but the art looks good. And if they're part of Ghost Machine, I'm assuming they've got talent. So Ghost Machine's been one of my favorite indie imprints under Image Comics in recent years. I've been loving everything they've been doing, especially the stuff that Jeff Johns is involved. High recommendation on Sisterhood. I think this is going to be a great one. And that kind of brings us to the end of all my recommendations for this month. A lot of good stuff this month, so I definitely check it out. One other thing I wanted to note on the Quick Stops book by Kevin Smith, you may also want to check out Archie this month. They are doing a Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob. I think it's a one-shot or a mini-series, also written by Kevin Smith. That's kind of a historic meeting of characters there. If you're a fan of Kevin Smith, you may want to check that out as well. So, all right, everybody, thank you for checking out this video. Like, subscribe, share the channel as always. Join us every other Monday for our live streams. This coming Monday is our big writers roundtable episode, which we did one like a year ago, and it was awesome. We had such a great audience, and a lot of great information was given out. This one's going to be more lighthearted, a little more fun. So, but I think the audience would love it. And also, we're going to be doing a live writing game with Johnny creating a prompt and having the creators on the roundtable write a couple sentences while we're live, and also in between answering questions. So it's going to be interesting, almost like a pressure thing a little bit, you know. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And right before the roundtable, we're going to have Brandon Brocksdorf from Comics Wellspring joining us to talk about the new awesome Comics Wellspring Kickstarter that's going on right now, promoting creating comics. So that's going to be really cool. So join us Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Going to be a great show. Thank you guys for watching, and most importantly, read some comics. All right, everybody, have a great week, and we will talk to you later. Bye.